What if one day you opened a map and entire countries were no longer where you remembered them? Not because of war, not because of borders changing, but because the ocean itself is rising.
As the planet warms, oceans expand, glaciers melt, and ice sheets lose mass. For countries only a few meters above sea level, even small changes can...
First, the Maldives, a country made up of hundreds of coral islands scattered across the Indian Ocean.
Its highest natural point is extremely low, leaving its population and infrastructure exceptionally exposed to rising sea. In some places, the threat is not a distant future. Flooding, erosion, and saltwater intrusion are already, but disappearing is not inevitable. The Maldives is already building higher, stronger, and more resilient islands.
Next is Tuvalu, one of the smallest and lowest countries on Earth.
Its islands rise only a few meters above the ocean, leaving little room for people to escape rising water.
Scientists warn that rising seas could make parts of Tuvalu increasingly difficult to inhabit long before every piece of land disappears.
And that raises a frightening question. If people can no longer safely live on the land, then there is Kiribati, a nation spread across dozens of low-lying Pacific islands.
On South Tarawa, homes, roads, and communities are concentrated on extremely narrow strips of land.
And rising seas bring another danger. Salt water can contaminate freshwater supplies.
For Kiribati, the challenge is not simply protecting beaches. It is protecting homes, food, water, and an entire way of life.
Fourth, the Marshall Islands. Much of its land sits only a few meters above sea level, and nearly the entire country is exposed to the ocean.
As seas rise, stronger waves and coastal erosion can threaten infrastructure, freshwater, and communities.
But this problem is not limited to tiny islands. Bangladesh shows how a much larger country can face enormous risks. Rising seas could increase flooding and saltwater intrusion, threatening millions of people living vulnerable coastal areas.
Much of Bangladesh is a low-lying delta, where rivers, floods, and the sea already shape everyday life.
Sixth, the Bahamas, a country of beautiful islands, but also extremely low-lying coastal terrain.
Rising seas,